Hello, everyone. Welcome to Frequency Network. This is our Healy Advanced Training. And today we are going to talk about fitness and sports. So the session today is not just for professional athletes. It's also for those who are doing physiotherapy, uh, those who are recovering from stroke, because all these are also the same programs that will facilitate their recovery as well. Okay, so we are going to do the usual. So if you need translation, please scan the QR code for word link. I've also put the link into the chat as well. Okay, so this platform is provided by Healy World for us to learn from one another. So as a reminder to all that this platform here is for education, for us to know a little bit more about our body, as well as knowing how to use the Healy and the MagHealy in a proper manner so that we can reap the best benefits out of it. Now, no matter how we love and how we trust the Healy device, it is a reminder, a friendly reminder to all that the Healy device and the MagHealy device, they are not intended to cure, treat, mitigate, diagnose, or prevent any disease or medical condition. All right, should you have any concern, please do seek out and consult a medical professional for proper diagnosis, okay, proper treatment. But we can use Healy and MagHealy to simultaneously support, okay, support the healing, support the body. Okay, so I'm going to welcome all of you who are here over and over again. Yeah, I really appreciate your time over here, and I'll do my best to share. All right, so for those who are here for the first time, thank you and welcome for joining us today. So let's deep dive. All right, a little bit about my background. So I started using bioresonance to do energetic profiling since 2017. Okay, with a little bit of counseling background, a little bit of meridian system and biology. So in my training, I like to incorporate a little bit of biology so that we can understand the needs of our body. All right, so the Healypedia resource is compiled by me over 3 years and is available to all who wish to learn a little bit more. Okay, all right. So I have my own YouTube channel for those who wish to explore some other functions of the Healy device. So I keep exploring, I keep testing and doing certain mix and match to see what is the outcome. All right, so I play around and I experiment. Okay, so whenever I learn something new, I will come here and share with you. So so don't be afraid. You can also play around. You know, when you learn from different people, just play around and see how it works for you. Okay, different combination, and different people use it differently. All right, so don't be so concerned about, am I using it right? Is this the way to use it? So the most important thing is you have to feel it after you use it, feel and experience the changes that are taking place in the body. All right, so listen to your body. That's the most important thing. And don't forget to drink water. All right, before, during, and after you apply any application, water is very important because water is where the current and the frequency is being transmitted in the body. Okay, so today we are going to talk about fitness and sports. Okay, so first I'm going to dive into the human body, which are the body parts that are important for our exercise, for our workout. And then I'm going to focus a lot on fitness and mind programs. And then after that will be the MagHealy, Atmosphere, Water, and the McMakin programs for today. Okay, so which part of the body is very important when you want to exercise and keep fit. The first and foremost will be your skeletal muscle system, your bones. So your bones have to be strong and healthy, all right? So high density, good bone density is necessary to hold your structure and to be able to move your body. Then you have the muscles as well. So as you age, our muscles will degenerate. Okay, we call it muscle atrophy. So we'll lose our muscle mass. So therefore, in order to have a good mobility, we need to maintain our muscles. So stretching, okay, stretching the muscle movement is the best way to actually maintain your muscle fibers. Okay, so the joints. So when it comes to joint, is the bone, and then you have the ligament, tendon, and then if the joint is out of place when you sprain it, okay, you will feel discomfort and pain. And the last thing is nerves. Okay, so the nerves will transmit neurotransmitters to communicate with the muscles to tell the muscles to contract. So if the nerves are not functioning or not releasing the neurotransmitters, it will lead to paralysis, okay, or slow reaction, yeah, from the body. Now, the joint, whenever we say the joint, we are talking about the intersection between two bones. That's a joint. Okay, so joints refers to your finger joints, your wrists, your shoulders, okay, your hip bone, your knees, your ankles, your toes. So whenever there are two bones intersecting, connecting with each other, that is a joint. So on the surface of the bone, where they are meeting over here, there is this tissue here called the cartilage. So it is a protective layer of the bone so that when the bone rub against each other, okay, it will not wear out the bone. So it is anti-abrasion. Now, between the bone, because if you rub on the bone, it's going to heat up, and then it becomes inflamed. So to prevent the heating up, to prevent the abrasion, you have a little bit of liquid as a lubricant. Okay, and that liquid is in this synovial cavity here, the blue portion here, that is called the synovial cavity. So it contains the synovial fluid, which is the lubricant. So if you lack the lubricant, when the bones rub against each other, it's going to generate a lot of heat, inflate. And if you wear out the cartilage, if you don't replace the cartilage, and as they rub against each other, there's no replacement, what you get then is pain. Okay, pain. Okay, then ligament. Ligament is the tissue, connective tissue. So in Healy programs, when you see connective tissue, okay, ligament, tendon, they are one of the connective tissue. So ligament joins or hold two bones together so that when you walk, the joint will not slip, okay, from its position. So therefore, you have cartilage to actually hold them in place. Then you have the tendon. Tendon is also a connective tissue and it joins the bone with the muscle. So when the muscle contract, it will actually pull the bone and then create the movement. So when you talk about the lever system, okay, of bones bending and all that, you need the tendon for that action. Okay, what else do you need? You need a good pair of lungs and you need a strong heart. Okay, so you need oxygen definitely for all the muscles because this is the time when the muscles, skeletal muscles, actually consume a lot of oxygen. So if you want to have good stamina for your workout and sports, what happens is that you need to be able to deliver oxygen to your muscles. Otherwise, you will reach a situation where you have oxygen debt, not enough oxygen, and then buildup of lactic acid. And that's where muscle fatigue sets in, and then you lost the stamina, you had to stop. Okay. And then After the oxygen is being used during respiration in the mitochondria to produce the ATP, which is the cellular energy for the muscle fibers to contract. So what happened is waste product like CO2 is produced, carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide, when it dissolves in your blood, becomes carbonic acid and it lowers your blood pH. So therefore, there is a need for you to have an efficient transport system as well to actually not only deliver the oxygen, but to quickly help to remove carbon dioxide so that your blood pH does not drop too low. All right. Okay. So they are working in tandem with one another. Now, as a caution, if you have hypertension, high blood pressure, please do make sure that you do not overexert yourself. So before, you should monitor your baseline before the exercise and every day so that you know what is your norm. And then after the exercise, you should also measure your blood pressure as well to see how high it has gone. Okay, so please remember never to overexert yourself if you have hypertension. So it would be good to use Healy to bring down the pressure before you engage in any strenuous sports. Okay, so you have to take note of that. Now, the other organ that we need to be active during sports is the brain, because we mentioned in the last talk, we talk about the brain, right now. So the brain here is needed for you to remember. Let's say if you are a dancer, that's also sports and fitness. If you are in gymnastics, if you are running, so while you're training, you are practicing your moves, correct? Not? So you are making sure that, okay, you practice so that you know exactly what to do. All right. If you are a skater, all right. So now during the competition, for example, you must remember all your moves. Okay, so that requires certain memory, that requires cognitive flexibility. So you also need to make decisions as well. You know, should I actually make this jump? Am I going to injure myself? Can I make it? You know, if you are doing all your risky, high risk sports, correct? So you need decision, you need to make a judgment, you need to know, can I actually cross this? Yeah, so and make prediction. If something goes wrong, then what is your next step and all this? So you have to be prepared. And then emotions, you have to be able to control the emotions, and that was the thalamus. So the thalamus is where it receives all your sensory input, eyesight, okay, your body temperature, how you feel, and then your fear. You can feel the palpitation, okay, you can feel the stress, and you can also feel that satisfaction after you have completed a task, okay, the goal that you have set for yourself. So all this, okay, whether to do it or not, to take up the risk or not, these are all judgment, decision, and it can be interfered by your emotions. So the nervousness and all that is there. So we can actually use Healy to manage your stress, your anxiety before your competition. Okay, then motor control will be all your complex moves. Okay, especially kinesthetic sports like soccer, okay, rugby, and what else? Gymnastics, okay. What else? Diving and all that, where you have to do a lot of coordination. So you require the flexibility, adaptability, and coordination. Okay, yeah. So I mentioned earlier thalamus. So this is the thalamus. And hippocampus is where emotional memory is stored. So let's say in the previous training, you did certain stunts and you injure yourself, you break a bone. Or you engaged in certain sports, you had an accident, you break parts of your body. So the hippocampus, you cannot see the screen share. Oh, okay. Hmm. Can you see now? No, it is visible. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see it from the beginning, right? Can you see it from the beginning? Yes, okay, perfect. All right, so that means Uma, okay, something is wrong with your setting. Yes, yes, okay. So I was thinking why only now you mention it. All right, okay, that's good. Let's continue. So emotional memory, the fear is going to set in. Yeah, so that is this part about the hippocampus. If there was a bad experience attached to it. All right, so what we do using the Healy and MagHealy, in the MagHealy, there is a thalamus program. So you can use that to help you to reduce that fear, that memory that is attached, so that when you are performing your sports, there is no interference, okay? It won't set in. Amygdala is your emotions, for example, frustrations during training. Okay, if you cannot perform a certain task, frustration, anger, aggression, okay, fear, and all that is controlled by the amygdala. Okay, now hypothalamus is important, like I mentioned just now, your blood pH. So hypothalamus is the maintenance of your internal balance, your body temperature, because as you exercise, your body produces a lot of heat and they have to regulate your body temperature, okay, allowing you to sweat and then release the excessive heat in the body. The blood pH as well. Blood pH is going to drop. So therefore, you need to have ways to remove your carbon dioxide. So it will control your breathing so that your breathing rate goes up. It will control your heart so that your heart contractions, heart rate will also go up. Okay. So sweating and all this, your whole body coordination takes place in the thalamus. All right. So thalamus, because of the sensory input, especially for action-packed and very high-speed kind of sports. So this kind of sports, you see, it need not be, let's say, just a workout. Even rifles, if you talk about all the different Olympic sports, the rifle, okay, you have to get sensory input. Let's say yachting. Your sensory input will be the speed of the wind, the direction of the wind, okay? And then what else? Your opponent. Let's say if you want to shoot a goal, all right. So your sensory input will be who is situated where, all right? And then you got to make a prediction. If I throw it this way, who will come and catch the ball and all that. So if my team member is there, another team member is there, the opponent is here and there. These are all sensory input, okay, that requires very quick judgment. So therefore, your thalamus has to be very, very, very fast. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this is how the brain take part in your sporting events. Okay. So now, how does frequency devices like Healy or MagHealy can actually enhance your athletic performance, your fitness? Okay. Yeah. And let's go in. Okay, you can see the video over here. Okay, this is how Singaporeans, a typical Singaporean, local Singaporean, um, exercise in Singapore in the morning. So this is the park, okay? So these are all the different equipment that the local Singaporeans will actually do it. Okay, so whether you are an Olympian, a professional athletes, competitive sports in whatever, whether you are representing your school, representing your organization, representing your country, or an international world athlete, okay, these 6 programs here will actually help you, okay? Yeah. So now, first one is weight. Okay, often people will ask, is this weight here has to do with losing fat? We have mentioned before in another talk earlier, getting into shape, that is about slimming. This is not about slimming. This is about good weight. That means your bone mass as well as your muscle mass. Okay, 70 to 80% of your body is actually due to bone mass and muscle mass. Okay, so this is good for those. I mean, people take the protein diet in order to have bulky muscles. Okay, so if you are intending to do that, so this is good. So you use the weight program and you can use muscle harmony. Yeah, so if you're using this type of sports that you're saying now, lifting your body, weightlifting and all that, or even just something like just the cycling like this, that means this is called a low grade kind of fitness, just a normal relaxing fitness exercise. Muscle harmony is good. All right, circulation here, just now we talked about the heart having to pump harder in order to do all the transportation. So that is the blood as well as the lymphatic circulation, all right, to maintain the body. Now, stamina here is to prolong, okay, your ability to exercise so that you don't hit the wall too early. All right, so hit the wall is when you have run out of your sugar. So there must be a transition between metabolizing your glycogen in the muscles to fats. Okay, that's one aspect of stamina. The other aspect of stamina is your oxygen delivery to the muscles so that it will delay the muscle fatigue. Okay, so this one is talking about the duration, how long you can engage in very intense activity. Now, strength here is for weightlift. Okay, yeah. So when you're doing a weightlifting exercise to strengthen your muscles, I think those who are doing the kettle one, they lift the kettle up. Yeah, so that requires strength. So if you are training for strength, you can use the strength program before or during the training. Yeah. Performance. Performance here is actually meant for competitive sports, but actually anybody can use performance, doesn't matter. But if you engage in competitive sports, performance is good because this is to stretch your body a bit more, okay, beyond that of typical layman doing the exercise or their workout, okay? Because the performance require mental strength, especially you're competing with world athletes, okay? And then the way they train, okay, from morning to night. So they have very, very intensive, strenuous, long hours of training. So that will be heavy duty kind of training that they're doing. So they will need performance. Okay. But you can, of course, use performance. Yeah. No worries about that. Okay. Now, so if you are running, all these you can use. All right. So all these you can use in the blue app. In the blue app while you're running so that you are receiving all this while you are doing your training or you're doing competition. Okay, so if you're jogging, all right, if you're jogging, if you are running, sprinting, long distance run, all this is suitable. Okay, you can use that. Okay, all right. So that is while you're engaging in the sports itself. Yeah, so all of those is possible. Okay, now after sports, what happens is the muscle aches and pain. Okay, so deep relaxation here is for the muscle cramp. Okay, muscle cramp, muscle tightness, the aches and pain in the body. So you can use deep relaxation. Regeneration here will be for muscles that are injured, okay? Or it can also help in building muscles, okay? Giving you more bulk, okay? So you can use these two after sports. So the first six on top is during the sports itself. You can use that. And then the bottom two will be recovering when you're not doing the sports. Okay, clear? Okay, so this is one recent testimonial. This is a Malaysian lady here. She is a fitness instructor, only 30-year-old female fitness instructor. So for over a year, she trains in the weightlifting. So for herself, for over a year, she was stuck at the deadlift of 75 kg. Okay, she cannot go beyond that. So when she started using muscle harmony and strength, even after vibrating time, one time, okay, using muscle harmony and strength, she was able to lift 80 kg. Okay, which means that she actually break her own records. Okay, although she was stuck there for a year, and this is only vibrating for one time. And one other thing that she noticed is that by using the fitness program, Muscle Harmony and Strength, she also discovered that her body becomes more flexible. So previously, she was not able to do the Skandasana pose, okay, which is what you see in the picture here. She was not able to do that, but after using fitness, she's able to do this as well. All right. So the fitness here is also suitable for those who are doing yoga, Pilates, okay, stretching your body and all that. It's fine, okay? Suitable for all of you as well. Okay, what about seniors? For seniors, what do we need to take note of? So for seniors who are losing muscle mass, sarcopenia. Okay, so if your doctor said that you are sarcopenic, that means muscle atrophy. So what happens is you find that your arms, especially your lower arms here, becomes very flabby. So if you vibrate like this, they call this the butterfly arm. So if this one vibrates a lot, it means that your muscle fiber has shrunk. So the muscle is not just protein. Surrounding the muscles are fatty tissues as well. Okay. So certain people say that the muscle turn into fat. No, no, no. It's not like that. So what happened is that the muscle fiber has shrunk. So therefore, it no longer gives you the bulk. So as you practice, train, stretch your muscle, move around, every time the muscles get pulled, stretch, got tension, okay? So it grows and therefore give you the bulk. If you don't use it, it will shrink to its original size, okay? Which means that now the proportion of your muscle fiber to the fatty content in that area has shrunk. Okay, so to gain back your muscle mass, you need to do your stretching. Okay, so you can use weight, muscle, all these programs. Okay, you can use all 6 or just this 5 that I indicated here. It doesn't matter. So you can use them before, during, or after exercise. It does not matter. Okay, now I have had elderly, who told me that okay, they said that they pant, P-A-N-T, they pant very easily these days when they walk. Even going to marketing, go and get their groceries, so they find that they are panting. So for cases like that, what I tell them is to actually use Healy and the coil. That means before they leave the house, to use this stamina program. All right, they can use this stamina program so that when they walk over a distance, they do not pant or feel tired too easily. Now, there are those who also complain that they cannot carry heavy things. So after grocery shopping, they have to bring back all the groceries and all that. Yeah, so they would tell me that they have to stop many times. Okay, that means from the supermarket to go home, they actually have to stop at the different places just to one, catch their breath, and the other one is to do what? To put down their the packages, the baggage, the grocery to rest their arm. Okay, so in situation like this, you can actually use strength and stamina, okay, to strengthen your muscle as well. Okay, now post-stroke recovery, okay, requires people to have physiotherapy again. So sometimes it's the arm, loss of function of the arm, meaning that it could be the nerve and the muscles coordination over there. And then sometimes they cannot swallow, meaning that they said that the muscle along the esophagus are not contracting. Okay, now even for this, you can actually use the fitness muscles. So you can use muscles, you can use nerve program as well, okay, for paralysis or for swallowing. So anything that has to do with muscles, you can actually use the muscles, even for urination. So if they cannot control their urination, meaning leakage, okay, or gastric reflux when the sphincter muscles, okay, are not tight. Okay, so these are all muscles which you can actually use the fitness programs here for your muscles, okay, for physiotherapy, because you need 1 hour, half an hour of physio, so you can use strength, you can use stamina depending on what stages of the recovery you're at and what kind of physio they are doing. So if it's lifting lightweight, then you can use strength. Okay, if it's just practicing walking your steps, you can use stamina. Okay, yeah. So these are the users of the fitness programs here for seniors. Now, if somebody is bedridden or on the wheelchair for long period of time, okay, for some of them is for life. They lost their mobility and therefore they are wheelchair bound. So they don't have the luxury of moving around. Okay, when we move, our muscles form that bulk and then relax. Then it contract and then it relax. Okay. So when there are muscles side by side, so that bulging and contracting and relaxing actually push against the veins. So it helps to circulate the blood. So if they are on the long term bedridden wheelchair, they don't have that privilege to move too much. You can actually use these programs, especially circulation, whether it is a fitness circulation, you can also use meridian circulation, yeah, to actually help them to circulate their blood. Okay, all right, yeah. So they might lose muscles as a result of not using all these muscles. So therefore, you can use muscle harmony. You can also use regeneration. Yeah, I didn't put the star here. Regeneration as well to regenerate the muscles. Okay, now one thing to consider for elderly is they may not have enough nutrition because either their intake, because they cannot digest, they cannot absorb efficiently, or they don't have the appetite to eat. So you can use Digital Nutrition 5, where these are groups of nutrients that actually facilitate fitness. Okay, we talk about breathing, right? So you have the breath here for your stamina, motion, competition here is for competitive sports, okay, very high heavy duty kind of sports. Structure here is for your bone mass, mobility is for movement, that means it includes your joints, and then exertion, circulation, rigidity, stiffness of your joints. Energetic here is to, and lifestyle here is for you to actually move around. So you can use any of these, okay, to complement the other programs, okay? Yeah, so that the body actually has the ability to get enough nutrients for the the cells to work. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now let's move to MagHealy atmosphere program. There is workout. Under atmosphere 1, there is a workout. So for MagHealy, okay, atmosphere, you don't have to put it on your body. So you can actually leave it in the room. Okay. So like let's say if you're on the treadmill, okay, so usually in front of the treadmill, there is a space for you to put your keys, your water bottle, so you can actually put your MagHealy over there, okay? Or you can just leave your MagHealy somewhere at the side of the room, and then everybody do the workout, okay? So you can leave it in an enclosed space. You can do that. So if you are going outdoor, so if your workout and all that is outdoor. So this is what I suggest, that you carry a pouch with you, and then you can just put the MagHealy into the pouch. So yeah, or you can carry a little bag with you, then just put it inside. Okay, so you can turn on the workout as well. So I find that the workout is interesting because when I use the workout, I actually didn't have much joint stiffness, okay, or joint pain after a workout. So that was actually quite interesting. So if you do a workout and then you bring your pet, your dog for the when you walk the pet, or if you're running, jogging with your animals and all that, so both of you will actually benefit from it. Okay. All right. Now, next one, McHealy, McMakin. So this lady, the therapist that you see over here, she is Carolyn McMakin. So she started her career as a chiropractor. So her clients are professional athletes. Many of them are professional athletes. So she helps them to recover after exercise. Okay, when they suffered from injury and all that. So that was how she started in her journey as a chiropractor. And later on, in 1996, she started frequency-specific microcurrent. So she used microcurrent to manage pain. Okay, so she has the book here. So this is a book written by her, published by her, frequency-specific microcurrent in pain management. And she has also written this book, The Resonance Effect, which has been translated to several languages. Okay, so basically, she is the guru, she is the expert in dealing with post-sports injury and recovery. So this is the old machines that she used, this type. Okay, in the past, the machines are all very big in nature. So what happens is that the device can actually give two, all right, two frequency at the same time. So there will be two channels. So one channel will give one frequency, the other channel will give another frequency. So if you have used the McHealy, McMakin program, this is what you notice, that there are two numbers. For example, brain harmony, you will see 6.8 and then you will see 38. Okay, so two frequencies are given at the same time through microcurrent to the patient. So one of the frequency addresses the tissue that you want to heal, and the other frequency will address the issue. Okay, issue means what? So sometimes the pain and then the issue could be the emotions that is related to the pain, the injury, and all that. Okay, so there will be two frequencies given out at the same time. All right, yeah. Okay, so let's look at her programs. So this whole portion here is very good for post sports, okay, post exercise. Okay, body comfort, for example. Let's say if you feel nausea, if you feel dizzy after sports, or you break out into cold sweat, yeah, and you do not know what is wrong, you can use body comfort. Okay, just put the MagHealy on the belly, and after 1 hour, you will feel fine. So you can use body comfort for all kinds of issues, as long as you feel something is just not right. Either your blood pressure has gone too high up, or your blood pressure has dropped too low, so you can just lie down and use body comfort. Okay. Now, if you injure yourself, if you bruise yourself, all right, if you had a fall, then you can use this. Yeah, bruise, cuts, sprain, skin. Skin is good for bruises, blue, black, cuts. Okay, surgery, after a surgery, during the recovery phase. So if you want a speedy recovery, you want the wound to close, and you do not want keloids to form. So skin is good for surgery, for cuts, for injury, for blue, black. Okay, then let's say, yeah. So if you fall and sprain, you can use tendon, you can use foot harmony, right? Soft tissue will be anything other than bones and teeth is soft tissue. So soft tissue and soft tissue week 1 to 4, soft tissue is for something recent, current, and then soft tissue week 1 to 4 are for old wounds, okay? Something that injury that you acquired some time ago. Yeah. All right. Then for your feet, if you're running, if you want to take care of your feet after you have stressed them for your respective exercise, let's say you do a lot of jogging, swimming, a lot of leg work, yeah. So tendon to strengthen your ankle, your knees. Okay, you can use foot. Joint and joint balance, what's the difference? Okay, they're basically the same, just that joint balance is a longer duration. So instead of running one program for one joint, you have a longer duration where you can move the MagHealy from one joint to another, okay? Switch them, okay, so that you don't have to run 2 separate programs. Okay, so that's all. Okay, there's difference between joint and joint balance. So joint balance here is not only for the knee or hip, it's also for your ankle. Okay, it's also for even fingers. Okay, let's say you sprain your fingers, you can just hold the MagHealy in your hand and then just hold it there. So all these are all joints. Okay, so if you sprain your shoulders, then you can actually put the MagHealy, okay, at your shoulder here or behind here. Okay, so you can just switch them around, switch them around. Okay, yeah. So don't switch too quickly, of course. Allow like at least 10-15 minutes, 10-15 minutes before you switch the place. Okay, so you can do this. Okay, let's say if you're a cyclist, then you have a different set of problems. Yeah, for example, sprain on the neck, joints, tendons, okay, because you use a lot of the feet, and your back as well because you bent. Okay, so all these can be used after exercise. Okay, then there's also an after exercise over here in the MagHealy. So that means this is a general recovery after exercise, post exercise. Okay, so it's kind of like a reset button, to get you ready for the next training. Okay, now why do we see prostate in here? All right, so do you need prostate for harmony, for sports? Or is it a care for prostate? Okay, so my guess is that when they put prostate here, it includes the whole sex organs, including the testicles. I guess it's more polite to say prostate harmony than testicle harmony, right? So, so basically, Here, it will be both. Now, the testis produces testosterone, okay? So testosterone are steroid hormones. And testosterone is the one that gives the male structure muscles, muscle bones, the athletic body is actually testosterone. So instead of taking illegal steroids to enhance your performance, you can actually make use of the natural testosterone that is produced by the body, okay, to enhance your body structure. Okay. Yeah. So if you are, let's say, building your muscle, so you can use that as well. Okay. Now, it can also be to protect, let's say, the prostate. So let's say if you're doing sports like cycling, and there's a lot of pressure over long periods on the prostate tissue, gland, and all that, you can also use this to protect the prostate and the sex organ. So either way is fine. Okay, so can female use prostate harmony? Yes, because there are cells in the body that produces our testosterone, although we don't have such a high level of testosterone. Okay, but let's say if you are a if you are a female bodybuilder, okay, then you want all those big muscles. Yeah, so then yes, you may want to have more testosterone to facilitate building your body structure or sculpting your body. Okay, so injuries, all kinds of injuries for faster recovery. So these McMakin programs here are highly suitable for injury. So this injury may not even be just sports injury. Let's say it was a road accident, falling and all that. So feel free to use any of these McMakin's program. Okay, then McMakin 2 has brain harmony thalamus. So you can use this as well because I mentioned earlier that you need your brain, the cortex, to make decisions for kinesthetic, multi-sensory kind of sports. So thalamus here responding to sensory, and then nerve is the one that actually communicate with your muscle through the neurotransmitters and through coordination of your whole entire body. So you can use this as well to support your body. Okay. Now, one more thing is post-exercise, you can use a vagus harmony as well. You can use vagus harmony to relax your body after exercise. If you're nervous, okay, or you feel terrible after you lost in your competition, emotions can be one, and then sleep to prepare for your competition, to have a good sleep. So you can use sleep, okay, to ensure that your body is well rested before and after training, after sports. Okay, next one, water. MagHealy water activation. So we definitely need to drink water to hydrate. So before exercise, you can actually start with fitness, cell harmony, nutrition transport. So this is actually to increase the absorption. So let's say if you're doing your energy drink or you're taking whatever supplements to enhance, to support your cells, okay? So you want your body to actually absorb, right? So you can use this. All right. So after you mix your drinks into your water or just plain water with this, and then after that you drink it, is fine. Okay, energy circulation here is to make sure that every cell in your body is getting the energy, the bioenergy. Then Water activation 2, you have energy, so you can make your own energy drink. And then before stress, you can use that. And then mental clarity. Yeah, so any of this, you can actually use this. Okay. After the exercise, then you can drink this water. Okay, so people will ask, is like, can I make one whole bottle like this and then take it out of the house and then you can drink it along the way? Well, you can, but it is not as good as doing it fresh. Okay, so if you, before your sports, if you just do the amount that you can actually drink immediately, that is perfect. Because after activation the water, meaning that after putting the frequencies and the signals into the water, immediately you drink it, you don't lose the structure and the message or the information. But if you were to put it in a glass or plastic bottle, never metal. If it's metal, you don't do the MagHealy activated water because the metal will interfere. So it's either glass, plastic, okay? You can actually make the full entire water bottle like this, okay? But know that the information becomes diffused over time, okay? Because the water molecules will lose the structure because of the kinetic energy. All right. So the longer you leave it, then the less and less information it contains. Okay. So after exercise, you can do after stress. If you just feel uncomfortable, dizzy, whatsoever, just any discomfort, unpleasant sensation. Okay. Yeah. Sleep, or let's say before exercise, you ate something that disagree with your body and you feel lousy, you can quickly just activate your water, unpleasant sensation, and then just drink it. Okay. Yeah. So these are things that you want to try and test on normal days, not on the days when you go for competition. If you are a competitive athletes, okay, then you know roughly the different types of water, what it does to your body and how you feel after drinking it, then at least you know that under what situation, which is the program that you will want to use. Okay. Yeah. So kidney, all this is good after the sports because you want to hydrate yourself and then you want the toxins to actually be removed from the body. Vagus is for you to relax, okay, your blood pressure, all that to actually all come down. And then the rest will be energy circulation, and regeneration is for your body to recuperate, recover after training, after your sports, after your workout, so that you're ready for the next one. Okay, so here I'm just going to share my routine. Okay, what do I do? How do I combine everything into my routine? I don't do strenuous, heavy duty sports. For me, is I like a light and easy, mindful walk. Okay, some call it walking meditation. Okay, it's just to relax, empty my mind so that I don't think, and then just go into yourself, your intuition, listen to your body, and then just relax, empty your mind. So for me, it's just very light, easy walking as my routine. So I use cell weight. Okay, I use cell weight. Which are the programs that I will use if I'm walking? It's good to wear this, okay, because you're not jumping around, and then this one is tight on your hand, it doesn't move. So I would use cell vitalization. Cell vitalization is when you want to energize the cell. Okay, so you want all the cells to be active, having vitality, having energy. Yeah, so sending the blood to every cell. So that will be vitalization. Okay, yeah. Then this is the one that will give you the stamina. Then I will do general circulation as well. Okay, general circulation, because this will be for your blood, for your lymphatic circulation. So the walking and all that will actually help during the exercise. Okay, so usually when for me, in my walk means I will go there and then I will walk back, right? So on my way there, I will use cell vitalization, general circulation. Then on my way back, I will use cell care. Cell care means yeah, they would have exercised a lot really every single cell. So now is to help them to recuperate. I'll do cell care on the way back, or I will do earth connection on the way back. Okay, something more relaxing and to do grounding. Okay, grounding. Yeah. Okay, so when you come back, you can do purify. For example, lactic acid, okay, or lactate is produced by your muscles. Okay, so this is actually causing muscle fatigue, and then it will go to the liver for it to actually break down. Okay, so this will actually help you to very quickly normalize your blood pH, help the liver to actually break down the toxins that are produced in the process of exercising, because we also produce free radicals, free radicals in the body every time you exercise. So these free radicals have to be moved as well. All right, so that will be, let's see. So that will be purifying. Okay, so I'll do it after. Then cell integrity, I don't use because cell integrity is more of defense, immune. Okay, so I do not use the immune for exercise. Okay. All right. So that's how I would use the cell wave. I can't talk about the frequencies in this cell wave because it is not displayed. So I have no idea what it is, but roughly the functions. I'm telling you the functions. So for me, I will, before exercising, before I leave the house, my energy drink. So you can have either water, put the MagHealy, do the energy program, 10 minutes, and then after that you drink it, or you can have whatever energy drink that is part of your regime, and then you can either drink it straight or put the MagHealy to further activate with, let's say, the nutrient transport or cell to increase the absorption. Drink it before you go. Then after that, I will set up my Blue app. Okay, Blue app, I will come to fitness program 8 over here. Yeah, so I will select this and then scan it, analyze it, and then I will select 4 hours. Okay, because I do not know how long I will take, so I'll just select 4 hours, and then it will be at home. So there will be a phone and a Healy device that is at home, vibrating remotely for me, fitness over 4 hours. Okay, that means when I come back, then I stop. Then after that, I will choose one of these circulation, for example. I will choose circulation, and then that will be 1 hour, correct? Not on my Healy highway. So I'll wear it, and then I will start. Okay. Then after that, I will turn on my app. So I use this one, All Trails app, and then I will set it up. Then I will start the app. Okay, so I live on the 9th floor. So you can see on top, then it goes down. And then when I reach home, it reach the high elevation again. Okay, so once I start everything, and then I will leave the house, okay, then I'll just do my normal walk. Okay, so previous one was 2 hours. This one was to and fro, 12 km, 12 km walk, just like this. Okay, so it's almost 3 hours. I don't do this every day. No, only once a week that I do a long haul. Okay, yeah. Other days I will do a shorter one within the park. Okay, so this one is really a long distance, but I do flat. Okay, so this kind of flat ground is suitable for everybody because you don't have uneven ground. Okay, so it's safer this way. So you have the cyclist track and you have the pedestrian track as well. So it's separated. So it's safer that way. So during the exercise, the fitness will be running for me. So if I finish that 1 hour, I will change. Okay, so sometimes I will change to recreation, I will change to relax awareness, and sometimes I will change to earth connection. Okay, either the mind wave or the cell wave, I'll use it that way. I prefer during exercise like that, I prefer to wear the wristband because this is very firm. Okay, the Healy will not fall out. If I were to use this and to clip on my clothes, so you never know, sometimes you bend down or you jump and all that, and this might actually detach and fall to the ground. So I do not want that kind of risk. So therefore, I use the high weight for me. Okay, yeah, but you can use the Healy with the coil. All right, yeah. Then in my pouch, I will have the MagHealy workout. MagHealy workout program running, vibrating for me as I'm doing the walking. Okay, so I have tried MagHealy using other programs. So sometimes I use MagHealy energy clearing. I use MagHealy with chakra balancing. Okay, and McHealy workout. I really like McHealy workout because when I come back, I do not experience joint pain. Okay, so this is good. Let's say if you are a fitness instructor, if you are a Pilates instructor, if you are a yoga instructor, or if you are a gym, okay, in the gym and teaching people and all that. So you can actually run this within the enclosed environment, whether it's Zumba or whatever weightlifting and all that is indoor. Okay, so if you're using it for yourself, you yourself will not have so much of all the aches and pain after the workout. If you are an instructor for your students, everybody will benefit. Okay, so that will mean that your students will come back more often for their training, isn't it? So if you had one training and then you had to rest for 3-4 days because of all the aches and pain versus having no aches and pain, okay, and then you can use the fitness program as well to enhance their performance. Okay, so they will think that you are a very effective trainer. Okay, and then they can cut and see their performance, and then they will come back more often because you shorten the recovery period. They can probably come back three times a week or 4 times a week. Okay, so that will increase your income. All right. Okay, then after the exercise, when I come back, I will do McMakin. And then using the blue app, I will just select 1 hour. So it will come back like all these aches and joint, right? So McMakin is very good for a post-exercise recovery. So I will still do the recovery. So if I use the workout McHealy program, when I come back, all I need is just McMakin Blue at 1 hour. If I don't use workout, I actually need to do what, I actually need to use the pink app and then put it on certain part of my joints that I feel discomfort. Okay, yeah. So that's the difference. That's why I really like the workout. Then you have to hydrate, right? So hydrate, I use either the cell detox or the energy after I come back. And then after I bathe, clean up, and it's time to do some work, I will go to McHealy office or McHealy study or McHealy prosperity. I'll turn it on and I can start my work. Okay, so that can be my routine. So that's how I incorporate all these different programs together into my exercise routine. All right. Okay, so I've shown you how you make use of the Healy and the MagHealy to increase your fitness and for faster recovery. So here, delivery of the frequency can be with the coil. So this is what I would suggest, that during exercise, you do not use the electrodes. You don't wear the electrodes here because it gets in the way. All right, it gets in the way. So don't use the microcurrent electrodes, but you can use
রূপা
the coil.
3:30 বেজে গেছে
Hang on, got to turn off somebody's mic. Okay. All right. So the coil is fine as long as you don't jump too much. If you're not jumping and all that, it's fine. So if you're just doing walking, yoga, pilates, you're not jumping around, it's fine. It should not fall off. Okay. Or you can wear this. But if you're doing a professional kind of training and all that, you should be doing the blue app. Blue app. That means you have none of the gadgets on your body. Okay, because you can't have all this. All right. There are also people who ask me, uh, can I can the Healy go underwater? Okay. So what about aquatic sports like diving? Okay. Swimming. Okay. Water polo. Yeah, so can Healy go underwater? No, 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 no. Healy cannot go underwater. So the way to use it is through the Blue app. So you can use fitness. So you can analyze fitness for your name, and then you can do 4 hours. Just let it run while you do all your training. If you need longer, then you select 9 hours so that you will be supported throughout the training period. Okay, so you can use fitness for that. So Blue app is suitable for aquatic sports or even on land, or you do not want any device to be on your body. Okay, then microcurrent is actually good after your sports or when you're not doing sports for the recovery and all that. Yes, you can wear the electrodes because of the microcurrent. So like what McMakin used, right? Caroline McMakin actually used microcurrent for recovery of her patients. So you can see here these articles that have shown long ago that the microcurrents actually help ATP generation. So when you are not doing your sports, this is what you can do. It actually helps to synthesize proteins. So that is for your muscle building, okay, for repair of the cells. And then membrane transport, meaning that it allows the cells to actually absorb nutrients or to release the waste, okay, better. So the cell membrane functions will actually improve. Okay, so this, if you're using the electrodes before or after sports, not during, all right? And this you can actually wear during the sports if it is not too, it does not get in the way. Okay, yeah, so these 4 different delivery methods here. So whether it's the Blue app, the coil, MagHealy, the high wave, and the electrodes are actually supporting you at different levels. Okay, many levels. Your the electric field, your magnetic field, as well as your information field. Okay, all right. So that's what we have for today. So next week we have Petra. So Petra will talk about emotional intelligence with frequency. So healing your heart and soul. Yeah. So the recordings, all the recordings, because usually people ask, okay, how do I share this with my friend, or how do I see the rerun? You can go to Healy World Learning Hub in YouTube. It will be posted there. All right, it will be posted there. So you can go there, get the link and share with your friends who need it, and or revisit. Yeah. Then I'll see you again on the 11th of September, and we are talking about sleep. Okay. And I will cover some of the factors that many of us may not even consider regarding sleep. Okay, so sleep is necessary for your brain function. So let's say if you have Alzheimer's, dementia, ADHD condition, anxiety condition, depressive condition, all right, these are actually related to the quality of sleep. Even diabetes, even diabetes may actually be related to not getting enough rest, enough sleep. Okay, so I hope to see you on the 11th of September. Okay, so let's look at the questions. Vidya, next one. Please unmute your mic and share with us.
Hello, Christy. It's lovely meeting you again. After a long time, I couldn't attend your last session, so I'm really
Oh,
glad to be here. So, I
okay.
have few questions for you. So, my mom is 65 years old now, and she has got like the knee pain. Okay, for her. So, when it comes to knee pain, how can we run the MagHealy on like both of her knees are paining? So, in which knee should I place the MagHealy, or how should we run when it comes to knee
Yeah,
pain?
so you
And do
have
we have
the
any
joint.
particular program for knees, or what program should I run it?
Okay, you can cover, you can use what we have. If you have McHealy, you can use the joint balance,
Okay.
okay, which is a longer program. If both the knees are having pain, so you can do the alternating. All right, you can do half an hour on this knee, half an hour on the other knee, and then back and forth. Okay.
Okay.
Now, besides that, for let's say for her, 65, it could be another nutrition issue. Okay. Have you ever used digital nutrition for her?
No, actually, I've never used Healy for her so far, but she's taking the balanced meal only from the dietitian. So her nutrition part is quite good only, I guess so. She's taking all the
Okay.
protein, the carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, everything properly, fat including.
Okay.
She has
Um,
even lost around 15 kgs in 6 months, only with the help of diet. Balanced diet only she's taking. So, but still she has
eh,
got that,
did
even
she did
after
she
losing the
recover?
weight.
Did she after losing 15 kg, did she recover some weight?
No, she's just able to maintain the weight now. She
Okay.
wasn't
Which
like
is what?
obese because she was in 90 kg, and with the help
Okay.
of diet now she's in 76
Oh,
actually. I would say
okay.
14
So
kg.
she's having her healthy weight. So okay, it's
Mm.
fine. Then you need to use vitalization, bioenergetic
Okay.
vitalization.
Okay.
There is a bone there, bone. Okay, so bone, that is actually for the repair of the bone. Okay,
Okay.
then you have connective tissue in there as well.
Okay.
Connective tissue is for the ligament, for the tendons. Yeah, okay. Then regeneration 1, 2, and 3. So to know which are the programs that she needs, use the Blue app, okay, to analyze the bioenergetic vitalization for her,
Okay.
okay, and then see what comes out. So if there are any 60% or higher, use the electrode if there's no metal in the body, or you can use the coil or highway. Yeah,
Sure,
okay.
Christy. So
So
the second
yeah,
question would be, yeah, sorry, you got to say something with
yeah,
this?
okay. So vitalization is good for repair and regeneration. Yeah,
Sure.
sometimes you have to see what comes out when you do the all healing. Okay,
Mm.
so sometimes it may be just skin. Skin can also be needed for let's say for the cartilage. Yeah, for the collagen in the muscles. So you have to monitor and see what comes out in her all healing. Yeah. Okay, next
Sure,
case is
Christy.
what?
Yeah. So the next one would be, I have a very long, from a long time I've been having the pain in my tailbone, I would say. Tailbone in the sense where
Tailbone.
our buttocks starts, right? But
Mm,
the pain is not prolonging. I sit in such a way, like if I sit in a couch, or if I sit in a sofa, or if I sit in a, like the travel, when we travel, we sit in the car, right? So somewhere in the cushioned area, if I sit, or if I sit in
mm,
little wrong way, then a kind of a pricking pain I get in that bone. Only that time.
mm.
Then again,
Ah,
if I sit straight or sit in a normal chair or thing, then it's okay. So
mm.
what program should I run for that?
Okay. It's pinching of the nerve. All right. So depending on how you sit. So you
Yeah.
notice that it's usually when it's something that's soft and the bone is not straight, when it's curved. So what happened is that the spine, right? Along the spine here, they actually have nerve coming out
Hmm.
from the spine. So the purpose of the backbone is to actually protect the spinal cord that's inside. So spinal cord is a whole bundle of nerves. So along the way, it will come out, come out, come out, come out, and then it will connect to all the different organs along the way. So when you don't sit properly, okay, that means when your spine is not straight, it actually pinch on the nerve and therefore
Ah,
give you a sharp pain. Yeah. So yeah, so is the posture. If it's not all the time, then it is just when you're sitting on something soft, so that is a pinch. But if it is occurring more stretch, longer period of time, it actually means that the bone degeneration. So the bone is supposed to sit on top of each other straight, but degeneration means some parts of it get worn away. So the bone on top actually is no longer straight. So it's sitting on it. Then it will actually stimulate the nerve. So you get a
mm,
prolonged nagging pain. Yeah.
okay.
So for you, if it's not all the time, it's only triggered by certain things, then it's pinch. Yeah.
No,
So
actually, because
you
of that,
can
I'm not
mm,
able to attend the meetings where we have the cushion chair, or I'm not even able
mm,
to travel for a long time because all the seats they have the cushion type, right? So
mm,
because of that, I'm not able to, like, traveling is becoming very difficult for me.
yeah. Use pure calm,
Okay,
deep cycle H, there's a pure calm, and then under jog there is a balanced nerves. Okay.
okay,
You can work on the nerves. You can also start to strengthen your spine.
okay.
Okay, your back, meaning that you can use the organ meridian,
Mm-hmm.
you can use the bladder meridian, okay, then the chakra,
Okay.
okay, all the energy there, especially your root and sacral chakra around there. But you can actually run all the chakra to actually strengthen your spine.
Sure, Christy. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. So the third question would be, you said like for the water activation program, we should not use the metal, right? So in that
Yeah,
case, can we use the stainless steel, or can I use like the ceramic mug? Can you see this? Like this
ceramic,
can.
glass, plastic is okay as long
Okay.
as it's not metal. Yeah, as long as
Okay.
it's
So
not metal. Yeah,
which means stainless steel is not allowed, you're saying, right?
yeah, no metal. Yeah.
Super then.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So for your
So.
tailbone pain, Michelle
Mm-hmm.
Lee says that you can use bioenergetic harmony, sciatic,
Okay.
sciatic nerve, the sciatica. Okay, you can try
Yeah.
this. Okay, and see
Sure.
which one works for you. All right.
Sure. So one
Any
last
more?
question from my side.
Mm,
I've been noticing this, Christy. I don't know why. So whenever I do walking or whenever my body gets little jerk, that time if I'm running the program like in the pink app, the device is getting turned off automatically without getting completed. The device is getting turned off. This I've seen several times, like whenever I walk, not slowly, but when I do the fast walk, or when I travel in the car or in the bike with little jerks, that time the device is getting turned off. So is there any connection between our body jerk and for the program, or why it is happening?
are you using the coil or electrodes when it happened?
Both I've tried actually.
Okay, when you say you get disconnected, means what? It ended naturally
No, no, it is
or
not. The program is not getting completed.
not
Before that
not yet
itself, the
complete?
device itself is getting turned off actually in the middle itself.
Means what? It shows something that the search device or it shows the disconnected
So
logo
for
came up.
example, yeah, I'll tell you. For example, if I'm running the hair program means it will be running it for 60 minutes, right? So after starting the hair program, it will be running for 20 minutes. And when I start jerking my body for like a fast walk or in the bike travel, something like that, just in 5 to 10 minutes, when I see the device, there won't be any blue light. Anyways, I'll turn off the Bluetooth. So the green light only it will be blinking while running the program. But that green light also will get stopped. Then after that, I'll turn on the Bluetooth. When I check, then it'll ask for search for device. Then when I have to press the device, and when I connect the device to the phone, when I see again the hack program has been running for like 0 minutes from the start. It is again starting from the beginning.
Mm.
Actually, it is supposed to be
Okay.
for like 60 minutes, or sometimes it will get completed by 50 minutes or 55 minutes itself. That I understand. But
Mm.
without getting that completed notification, the device itself is getting turned off, I'm saying. Though there is a charge also.
Mm. So you're saying that you have already turned off the Bluetooth,
Mm.
correct? You turn off the Bluetooth, so it's supposed to only show the yellow light or the
Yeah,
green light, right? Okay. But the green light actually went off.
yeah. Goes off only when at the time of jerking, I'm saying.
Yeah, it is checking. Um, Usually it turns off only when you press on the power button. So I
Okay.
don't know whether it has to do with the connection, but it shouldn't, you see. Because once it's on, even
Mm.
if you pull out the coil, it will still continue to show the yellow light.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it shouldn't, it's not because of the jerk and the contact. Not too
Okay.
sure why. Okay. Yeah, this one I don't know why. You may want to
Okay,
write to
I'll
the
check with
help
some other
desk
time.
and see how. Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
Chrissy, sure.
The other way you may want to do is don't turn off the Bluetooth and you monitor. That means if you go through certain road that you know is going to be bumpy, okay,
Mm.
don't turn off the Bluetooth. Just leave everything on so that you can see what's going on and see whether what is the message that's shown there. Yeah,
That would be
and
better. I
see
need to
what
check that
happens.
once. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's a
So at
good
least you
idea.
can see what's going on in the screen. Okay, you can try that. All
Sure.
right.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
Christy. That's all from my
you're
side. Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you for your questions. Okay, Shanti, you're next.
Thank you, Christy. I would like you to tell me some more about soft tissue 1 to 4 week because I got this program. You said it is for
Mm,
old wounds, but is it just
mm.
a one-time program or what is that week 1 to 4? Is it that I have to use it for 4 weeks continuously?
Mm. You can. So let's say if there are recent injury and old injury, and if the old injury, for example, is giving you pain, okay, or pulling sensation and all that, so you can actually do that. It doesn't have to be 4 weeks. Okay, you can do it a few times until you feel better, or when you do the analysis, the soft tissue does not appear.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And can we use Blue App vibration and MagHealy simultaneously?
Uh,
Vibration
can if you are vibrating Healy program, right?
Healy program.
Yeah.
Can
So for example, I do fitness on the Blue app, then I do workout atmosphere using the McHealy. Yes, you can. Yeah. If not, you can if you're lying down, so you can use Healy for your Blue app and then you use the McHealy and then put it on your body. Yes.
okay, thank you.
But
And when
I
we
do but
are
not the same programs. Okay. Try to have different programs.
sure, sure. This high wave, the white light goes off sometimes in when the program is running, and then automatically it comes after some time. Is that
Mm,
okay?
mm. It's the connection. Okay. For the highway, this part here.
Yes,
Okay. Because like mine, sometimes it loosen. You see this line here?
yes.
Okay. So sometimes the opening here becomes too big. Yeah. So this part of my high wave actually detached once. Okay. So what happens is if there's no light, you press it down until the gap here is minimal. This line here.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes when you are removing, when you pull and try to loosen the device, so this part here actually loosen. Yeah. So this part here can actually detach. So you have to tighten this so that the connection there is good.
But even if the white light is off, the program will be entering the body through the normal.
Uh, you will receive it, but it's the normal way.
Yes.
So it will be better that if you see the white light, because the white light is indicating that it is generating the 5 megahertz carrier wave. So if you don't use if there's no white light, it means that it's as if you're using it as a coil like this.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it automatically
Yeah,
gets
mine
off
happens also.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Mm.
so sometimes it's sometimes people will say, why sometimes it's blinking, sometimes it's a stable white light. Okay, yeah. So it should be a stable non-blinking light. Okay, if it's blinking, I think the connection or the device is unstable. Yeah. So you have to see what is the percentage that you're using. You see, for me, certain programs that I use with a highway, at 40%, the white light will appear. Certain programs that I use is like 60% before the white light actually appears. Yeah. So if let's say your percentage is at the borderline, yeah.
Mm.
So what happens is your body changes, you see. So at certain time it may not be strong enough. Yeah.
Okay. And if at
Okay.
all in the blue app analysis, if we are getting like say for skin program, I've got 3 programs which are less than 30. Should I run that
Mm.
or
Yeah, you will still run that.
I'll
Okay.
still run?
If it's the good range is between 40 to 60. Okay, usually 60 and above, it is acute. That means you are currently having issues that is related to that. If it's too low, below 30 and all that, it is chronic. That means it's there and is under stress. Your body is under stress. So therefore, um, you should also run it. Okay, you should also vibrate it. Yeah, because it will be 30, 20 for some time, and then suddenly one day it will just jump into the 60 range. Okay, so yeah, so you will still run if it's 30 or so. So Viljo has a question. Blinking means, that means the white blinking
Yeah.
light means not normal. Not that it's not normal, it's a bit unstable. Okay, but it will toggle between, sometimes it's blinking, sometimes it is not blinking. Is okay. It's just signaling to you something is happening there. So make sure that if it's blinking, hydrate. That means drink more water, because it actually requires water to carry the frequencies into your body. So if it's blinking, unstable, drink water and check all the connections. So make sure that this part here is tight, and then the device is properly pushed in. So some they're not pushed all the way in, so there is a gap here, if they're not pushing it in all the way. So check the connections if you see a white blinking light. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Imam is next.
Hello, Christi. This is Manjit,
Yes.
Sangeeta's husband. So I have a condition that's been going on for the past 20 plus years. So I've been diagnosed with arterial vasculitis, and I have
Say
high
again. Sorry. Vascular.
arterial vasculitis.
Oh.
Basically, allergy. Skin allergy. Yeah. So
Oh.
it's
Okay.
it's an autoimmune system related issue that I've been having with my family. Try it for the past 20 plus years, and I do basically have hives on a daily
Mm.
basis, not on a daily
Mm.
basis. So just very recently, I started using the allergy median in the Healy device. Okay, but I do not seem to get any impact, any positive impact so far. So, do you feel I should be using any combo, any hybrid model apart from the allergy median that I'm using currently? What do you suggest?
Have you used Go Cycle Pure before?
Can you come again, please?
Go Cycle Pure program. Have you ever used that before?
No, ma'am. So the allergy median is the first thing that I am trying out.
Ah, okay. Oh, so that means this is the first program that you're using. Okay.
Right.
Have you done the Blue app or Healy analysis?
No, not yet. Most probably I'll be doing that next week or so.
Oh, next week. And then after this, you should go and do it. Okay. All right. So, okay, when you have a condition, okay,
Yeah.
because skin disease is one of the complicated ones. Sleep is complicated. Skin issues is kind of complicated. Yours is the urticaria or calaria or something like that. Okay, I know it's a lot of red spots. Okay, so there can be many reasons why you have that. So it could be a liver because of the toxins in the body and all that. Or when I see hives here, it's actually liver. So what you do is when you use allergy meridian and
Yep.
don't have improvement, okay, it is not an
Mhm.
allergic reaction. So sometimes it's because of the liver and the toxicity in the body, okay, or it could be an immune reaction of the body. So it is necessary for you to use the Blue app or Healy. Or Healy will give you the top 5 program, right? So each of this, you go and further analyze. So let's say it gives you meridian, it gives you bioenergetic harmony, chakra, and then deep cycle, and let's say sleep. So you have to go back to each of them, like go to meridian, go and analyze, go to harmony, analyze, go to deep cycle, analyze, and see what comes out. So the programs that come out, if you get a lot of, let's say, impurity, if you get gold cycle pure, or if you have what else, clean all under deep cycle and all that, that means this is actually a toxicity in the body. Okay. And the body is actually using the skin to remove all these
Respect.
toxins.
Yeah.
You see or not? Yeah. It could be stress, okay, or it could be sensitivity to certain things. So if comes out sensitivity, that means there must be something that is triggering this. Yeah. So do that first. Do that
Yeah.
first. Okay. So if you
Probably.
do not know how to look at it, you can send the reports to me. I'll help you to take a look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. And as I mentioned, ma'am, now my situation is related to the hyperimmune, the autoimmune issue, right? And my condition is kind of idiopathic. Okay, so it doesn't. There is no particular trigger point. It's very idiopathic.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Because it
like
could
I
be
said,
an emotions, it can be an
yeah,
emotional stress. Yeah, it can be an emotional
yeah,
stress. Okay, so Piali has kindly checked for us articular vasculitis.
yeah,
Okay, this is an autoimmune. Okay, immune
yeah,
system attack your blood vessels, causing inflammation, damage, bursting of capillaries and all that. Nah? Yeah.
right,
So,
right.
so if it's an immune imbalance, that's why it is necessary for you to do the all Healy. It will then detect what is the underlying issue. Yeah. So
Mhm.
then you have to look at the underlying issue and go from there. Okay. So that is the advantage of using Healy rather than um other methods, because the Healy actually detect what is the root issue. So use the Healy to tell you what's going on. Yeah, because if you think that this is an allergy, or the doctor tell you, oh, this is allergy, this is skin allergy, this is skin rash, but actually it may not so. For the doctor, anything that comes out on the skin is a rash. Use steroids to manage. Yeah, but the Healy will tell you otherwise, and it may actually come out emotions. It could be all deal with your emotions of grief. It may come out as lungs. So you have to do the complete analysis, yeah, to find out what's going on. Yeah, then
Yeah,
only you use the right program.
yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Mm.
So Yeah. Exercise, like whenever I have some, high emotional stress, that kind of do have an impact on me on the heights or the wheels that come
Yeah,
out.
correct.
And my KFT, LFT all looks normal, and I also did serum 3, C3, and C4. They all seem to be normal. So, but my ESR report will always shows high basophils and eosinophils. So that's been going on for the past 20 plus years. So
Mm, mm.
I'm a little
Yeah,
concerned.
yes. Because if you don't clear the emotions, then it will keep coming back. All right. And then you say that if it's every other day, you will have hives. That is not normal. Yeah. So that's why I suspected that it is actually emotional stress. So if it's emotional stress, you have to use those programs that are related to emotions, and then you neutralize the emotions from there. Yeah, without you having to try too hard on yourself, then use those to actually clear the emotions, and then you see that things will actually calm down. Yeah. Okay. So there are many types of skin issues, when they have it on the whole body. It's the feeling of threat. Your life is threatened. Yeah. Then, or grief, certain things happen, grief, you feel your life under threat. That is where people will have massive skin outbreak. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, ma'am.
All right.
And last question, ma'am. How do we send the reports to you if at all? No, we do require
Yeah,
your consent.
I put in the chat my email, okay? healypedia@gmail.com. So you can get the PDF report or the screenshot. So do the all Healy, and then the 5. After that will be the McMakin and Classic. Okay, McMakin and Classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank
Okay, thanks. Okay. Nitya, yours is to add on to earlier or new ones? If it's new ones, I better answer some of the questions first. If I come back.
It's a new one, Chrissy.
New one, huh? Can you
Yeah.
wait so that the others have
Yeah,
have a
sure.
chance? Okay.
Sure,
All
no
right.
problem.
Yeah. Okay. Because those who put on the chat as well, they also needed that. Okay. Symptom, I don't know how to pronounce this. Yes. But how to lose weight with fitness? Okay, the weight program in fitness is not for losing weight. That one is to gain good weight, okay, which is your bone and muscle. To lose weight is actually to lose fats, not to lose weight. Okay. So what happened is you got to do those that are related to metabolism. To lose fats, you got to increase your metabolism. You got to increase your liver function. And meridian, you have the fatty degeneration. Okay, yeah. So you can use this type. And then the other one, to increase your metabolism, you can go to digital nutrition, vitamin B complex. Okay, B complex, B1 to 12. Vitamin B is very good in increasing your metabolism and burn your fats. Okay, thank you, Avril. Then let me see. Gil Barrows have this question. How about a program to motivate you to take exercise, to do the exercise? The motivation, there is one which is under jog. Jog, you have activation. So activation is good for those who need to motivate yourself. Okay, so jog program, activate. Then, what else? If you have the business program, the business suite, business program, there is a motivational boost. in the business program, okay, using the MagHealy. So at the somewhere here, this part here. Okay, so this one here. Okay, motivational boosts. Yeah, so this is actually good. Whatever things that you want to do, so you will be motivated if you do that. Okay. Mhm. Then if not, you can do McHealy emotions. Actually, once you take away the emotions, you have mental clarity, then you become more proactive. Yeah. The other one is to work on your brain, programs that's related to your brain and thalamus, because thalamus is where your hippocampus and amygdala is there. So it is memory, emotional memory. So if you associate exercise to body pain, the resistance is there. So these are all the negative memory that is going to hold you back. So yeah, so when you activate thalamus, brain will be your decision making, your goal oriented. Thalamus here will then bring down the emotions. Then you will be making decisions with mental clarity, not interfered by emotions. Okay. So that's for motivation for exercise. Because the other reason why you don't like exercise is after the exercise, you have your body aches and pain, and you have to wait a few days for all the recovery to take place. So that's why you don't enjoy it. Okay. So if you use the workout, and now that you have the programs that can speed up your recovery, so you don't have to suffer for so long, you may actually change your mind about exercising. Yeah. Then exercise has the good advantage of releasing your happy hormones. So it is a good way to keep your mental health. Okay. So maybe, okay, when you think of that, reduce your stress and maintaining a good mental health, that will motivate you to exercise. Okay, Prashant. Oh, okay, you raise your hand here and you have written there as well. My client has been diagnosed with high cholesterol. Okay, high cholesterol, liver. Okay, so liver, spleen is in charge of your blood. So blood pressure, blood sugar, blood cholesterol. So it's got to do with your liver. So work on the liver, work on the hormones. There is hormonal in meridians. There's also hormones in bioenergetic harmony. Okay, work on hormones, work on blood. There are some which is blood, like digital nutrition, there is blood. Okay, so they will work on that as well. Okay.
Yeah, so one more thing.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. The cell wave, I think most of them, it might have been addressed with the wires which we use, the electrodes. We used to experience little bit of microcurrents, but with the cell wave, we are not able to do that. Is it okay, or the impact is high?
Yes. Okay, the I wave actually goes all the way in to the cells, okay, into the cells, not just around the cell. Okay, so although you don't feel anything, when I first use it, okay, I have the suspicion whether the thing is working or not. So it is working. All right, so it goes very, very deep. Yeah, although you
Sure.
don't feel it, as long as the white light is showing, you are receiving it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes, you can use
Yeah,
that.
sorry.
Yeah.
For the cholesterol, can you repeat? Sorry, I was not able to hear fully. Liver, you said? Liver?
Yeah. Liver, use the liver program. Spleen. Spleen is also for the blood. So
Okay.
liver and spleen, that means all the liver and spleen related programs. And then hormones.
Okay.
Okay, hormones, you have one hormone in meridian, the other one is in bioenergetic harmony hormones. Pure, go cycle pure.
Okay.
Okay, go cycle pure. The deep cycle. Okay, deep cycle, you have the clean oil, and then you also have the digestive system.
Okay.
Okay, then Yeah. So yeah. So when you clean up the liver will be able to function better. So when the liver functions properly, then the cholesterol will actually drop.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Then ideal way to work for weight loss. Okay, that one you have to watch the previous earlier video for under getting in shape. Okay, that one I cover everything for fat loss. Aisha has a question. My friend using Healy from 4 months, using liver, spleen, pancreas, but in spite of regular use, his diabetic condition has become worse. Okay, his diabetes has been 320 and increase rapidly. Okay, I need to look at the all Healy reports and then the 5x5, and then after that would be the MagHealy Classic, MagHealy, McMakin. So usually I look at the 7 charts to find out what is the actual reason behind that. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Did this person use Pure, Go Cycle Pure, Clean All? So I would suggest to clean up the body besides using the liver and spleen, pancreas. Yeah. Because sometimes it is chakra, you know. Yeah. Sometimes when you do the 5x5 chart, it will come out chakra, the solar plexus, and the sacral chakra could be somewhere there. So it's an energetic issue, not just an organ function. Yeah, and sometimes it may come out a lot of sleep, job, which means that it may actually be related to the sleep instead. So that's why it is better to do a complete analysis when they have an issue to tackle. My approach is always to do a thorough analysis using the resonance Healy and resonance MagHealy. Okay, Ezra. Okay, I had surgery with my cross ligament and fixed with screw, but time to time I still have pain. Which program? Okay, the pain here, I do not know whether you're referring to the pain of the screw, or are you referring to the cross ligament, that being the pain? Okay, or is it because of the surgery that's giving you the pain? Yeah, so if you're dealing with pain, there could be inflammation around there, and therefore the nerves is affected. Okay, let me see. You said it is where? You said that ligaments and knee, at the ligaments and knee. Okay, yeah. So to reduce the pain, if you have McHealy, you can use the classic spirits. Spirits is for pain. You can use the earth, which is for anti-inflammation. You can use the McMakin, joints, foot. Then there's tendon. Yeah, although it's stated there, tendon is also for the ligament. And then for the ligaments is connective tissue. So there's one connective tissue at bioenergetic vitalization. There is another connective tissue for meridian. Okay, and then soft tissue under McMakin. Yeah, so you can use this to deal with the ligaments itself. Yeah. Okay, so if the pain is coming from the surgery, the screw, and those kind of pain, then you may have to go back to the doctor to see what else is going on. So if after using all these programs and the pain still persists, go back to the surgeon and see what else. Oh, okay. there's a metal inside, right? So metal inside, you can still use the coil. Okay, you can use the coil, you can use the blue egg. Okay, so it's not an issue. A MagHealy, you can actually still put it at the area, but if you are concerned, you don't want to put so near to the metal at the knee, you can put slightly further away, some short distance. Yeah, or you don't use such a strong percentage if you're worried about the metal there. So if you use MagHealy or if you use coil, it should be okay with metal inside. Just don't use the electrodes. Okay. Okay, Elaine's question. What program do you recommend for somebody who fell and x-ray show a slight fracture? She's unable to lift her right hand straight. Okay. So fracture her right rib. So it's the rib bones. That means all the muscles around here. Okay, so muscle harmony. So it's tied to the arms over here, and then the muscles here probably have all the pull, right? So you can do meridians, because meridians is to allow for the flow, circulation as well for the complete flow. Meridians on the hands will be the lung, pericardium, heart, then small intestine, large intestine, and the triple heater. So you do all the meridians along the hand. Okay, and then along the ribs here by the side is actually the gallbladder. So gallbladder is for this side, and then is for the side of the ribs. So gallbladder meridian. So you can try that and then work on the nerves, work on the muscle. That means the fitness program for muscle harmony, circulation. And then the deep relaxation. So if there's a pull there, relax the muscles. Okay, and regeneration. Citra's question is, what are the programs for weight loss? Okay, it's covered under getting in shape. Yeah, so go and watch the previous video, because that whole 1 hour plus is about all kinds of reasons for gaining weight. So go back to that. Nita's question, knee transplant, I shouldn't use coil then. Knee transplant, knee replacement. Okay, if there's metal, you can use coil. You can use coil, you can use MagHealy, but you cannot use electrodes directly. All right, no electrodes directly if they are using the coil. If you have a knee replacement, or if there's any metals in the body. Okay.
You can't use the electrodes even in the wrist you're talking about?
Yeah. Not the electrodes. Because electrodes is microcurrent, we don't use microcurrent. Okay. Now, what are the possibility? Recently, somebody asked me, okay, because there was a new user and she forgot to ask whether there's metal in the body. So there is metal in the body. The person used the electrodes, and then the entire night, she actually felt the metal strip on the hip actually was burning hot, burning sensation. Okay, so that's why we do not recommend metals, anybody with metals inside the body, to use electrodes. Okay, because the current, it conducts heat, so it conducts electricity, and yeah, so therefore we don't recommend using microcurrent if you have metals in the body. So microcurrent means you're using these electrodes, whether it's wristband or whether it is the sticky pad, okay, or whether it's the ear clip. These are all electrodes. As long as you use this, it's actually microcurrent.
Okay, so I shouldn't use any of these.
Yes. Okay.
I can use only coil in that case?
Coil, you can use coil, you can use MagHealy. Yeah.
I don't have MagHealy. I have the other one.
Yeah, then just use coil or use the blue app.
Okay, blue app not connected to my body, just like that.
Yes, correct. Correct. It's
But
not
will it
directly
have
on
the
your
same
body.
effect? Will it have the same effect?
Oh, yes, yes. Yes. Mm,
I see. Okay. Thank you.
okay. Okay,
Okay.
you're welcome. Mm. Why so many are asking about losing weight? Okay, you see, fitness, when you do the different kinds of exercise, it is actually working on the muscles, you know. Yeah. So losing fats and gaining muscle is two separate things. So if you want fitness to lose weight, it is actually aerobic exercise. Okay, aerobic exercise. Okay, so not those where you do all the weightlifting, where you stretch your muscles. That is actually for muscle building. So it's very different. So don't think that you go and exercise, it will actually lose weight. No, lose fat. I won't say lose weight because it's actually losing the fats. Because these are two very different physiology in the body. So to lose the fats, you have to see that fats is actually storage of extra nutrients, extra carbohydrates, extra sugars. So um, the muscles, in order to work, right, it will actually do what? It will need glucose, it will need oxygen. So when it metabolize glucose, it turn it into ATP for your exercise. Okay, so in fitness, if you're talking about stamina, you should use stamina, which is actually for aerobic exercise, okay, aerobic respiration, okay, and your exercise to burn fats is different from exercise for building muscles. Okay, so, and to burn fats, your exercise, your aerobic exercise must be longer than 40 to 45 minutes. Because what happens is in the muscle, the glucose, excess glucose is actually stored as glycogen. Okay, so glucose is in the blood. In the muscle, it is an insoluble form of temporary storage of energy, is in the form of glycogen. Any excess turn into lipids or fats. So the first source of energy, the body will first use the glucose in the blood. Then after that, it will skeletal muscle cells will break down the glycogen to release the glucose. So when you first do your first half an hour and 45 minutes of exercise, the muscle will only use up the glycogen in the muscle. It has not touched your fats at all. So only when you finish depleting the muscle glycogen, then only it will start to activate your fats, abdominal fats, or the specialized fat cells to actually release the fats. Okay, so fat is a long-term storage. So therefore, if your exercise is not long enough, that means if you're not consuming enough sugar, you will not need to actually touch your fat deposit at all. So you can do your exercise, but you're only touching your glycogen. So when you stop exercising, then you're going to eat. So when you eat, the excess sugar will replenish the glycogen again. So all your muscles will store lots of glycogen again. So the next time when you exercise, you will use up your glycogen. So you are just metabolizing the glycogen. You are not metabolizing fats. Okay, so for you to go into fat metabolism, you have to deplete your glycogen storage. So that is the time where for professional athlete, they have to train their body in such a way that the fat metabolism kickstart slightly before the glycogen is depleted. Because if they deplete the glycogen before they kickstart the fat metabolism, they will hit the wall. That means they have to stop their exercise because they can't go further because the body will actually send the signals that there is not enough nutrients, not enough sugar for you to burn. Okay or not? Yeah. So so to metabolize your fats, for example, it will be hormones. So you have to use the vitamin B complex, which actually turn on your metabolism. You have to also manage your diet and then your hormones. You need certain hormones to actually regulate, do everything. Yeah, that's why like let's say for women, once you hit middle age, menopause, you find that no matter what you do, your body starts to develop becomes more bulky and fat deposits very easily, right? Becomes very hard for you to lose fats. So it is the hormones, the estrogen, and then the other types of hormones, your thyroid hormones. So in bioenergetic harmony, there is a thyroid gland. Okay, so you can use hormonal, you can use your thyroid gland. In digital nutrition, there is metabolism, that is vitamin B complex. Okay, you can use those to actually kickstart to increase metabolism so that it can actually start to burn your fats. Okay, and here I do not know, heart reset. Heart reset means you press your Healy device here. Okay, press for 20 seconds until the yellow light appear. Okay, yeah. So the yellow light will appear and then it will go off on its own. That is called a hard reset. Okay, so if you encounter connection issues, that's what you can do for the hard reset. Okay.
Christi ma'am, can I come in again?
Hang on. Yeah. Let me answer some of this first. Okay, Sanjay is talking about diabetes. Okay, another day maybe I can talk about the diabetes. So those of you who have diabetes, can you go back to the sessions that I talk about the detoxification in the body? All right, detoxification. Why detoxification is hormonal? I talk about hormonal. Okay, I talk about the liver spleen. So if liver spleen doesn't work, then you also need to do the hormonal, because insulin, glucagon, and all that is hormonal. And then the other one is that your insulin gene may be clogged up with impurities. Yeah, so therefore the gene cannot unzip and then cannot express and produce the insulin. So by doing the Go Cycle pure clean oil, yeah, so it might actually remove some of the toxins that actually allow the gene to function again, or clean up the liver so that the liver can do a better job because it controls the conversion of glucose. Yeah, you may want to also do cell. Okay, cell nutrient transport under MagHealy. So this is to encourage the cell to actually absorb sugars and nutrients from the blood. Okay. Minas, my certain programs like deep relaxation, fine flow does not show transfer of frequency at 100%, even with electrodes. Okay. This one you have to capture the video. Yeah, Minas, you want to speak? Yeah. So you can actually unmute. Okay.
Yeah, Christi. Good evening.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the screenshot also, but I'm unable to send it in the chat. So I will send it to your email.
You can send it to the help desk. Okay. And show
Okay.
them the why it is not moving. Yeah. Is the thing not moving? Is it the wave is not moving, or it
Wave
shows
is not moving.
the text?
Wave is not moving, and it shows the text also.
Ah, okay. That's
Even Fine
interesting.
Flow is a program where it
Oh.
moves supposedly at 75 or 80% it moves. But
Oh.
this deep relaxation did not move even at 100%.
Okay. The other way that you can try is water. Okay, put some water
Yeah.
and see whether it increase the transmission, the
Okay.
conductivity. You can take, wet tissue, all
Yeah.
right? The normal tissue will tear very easily. So if you take wet tissue, you just cut a small slice, put here, and then you
Mm-hmm.
wear the
Band.
electrodes on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see whether that actually helps. If it helps, that means your electrode is okay. That means your wristband is okay. Sometimes it's the wristband.
Wristband is
Okay.
okay because other programs do
Other
work
programs
properly.
are okay. Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
only these two. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah.
I just
Then
feel that maybe there is some more problem in my body that these programs need more frequency, and so the frequency is not moving only. So
water.
I feel
Try
that maybe if
water.
I will take for many more times this program again and again, then it will move slightly. That is
Mm,
my logic.
okay. Try water.
Yeah,
Okay. You try
I
water.
do drink water also, but nothing
No,
works.
you put the water here. You put the
Yeah,
water
yeah,
on the
I'll do
skin.
that. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do
And
that
see
now.
whether there will be increased conductivity. The other way is you use, the sticky pad. You tried
Huh?
it. Put the
Yeah.
sticky pad here directly with the
Okay.
electrodes
Okay.
and see
Uh-huh.
whether that works for you.
Oh, that can be done.
Mm, yes.
Okay, thank you very much for this
So you
tip.
try different. That's why you have to try. Sometimes you're going to try different ways to find out what exactly is the
Yeah, sure,
problem.
of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
because it could be the wristband, the connection between the button and the skin. All right, it could be the electrical conductivity. Yeah, so you can try with the sticky pad or you try with wet tissue. Okay, yeah,
Okay,
put some
I'll try it.
water and see whether it works for you.
My just
Okay.
logic was that maybe the stress and the anxiety is so much that these programs are not flowing properly.
Mm,
Can that be the reason?
I I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. Usually it's the conductivity. Usually it's related to the conductivity. Yeah.
Okay,
You're
I'll try your
using
tips and let you know.
high current, is it? You're using high current?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You try that first. If it still doesn't work, then you write to help desk and see whether they can give you any other suggestions. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Christy. Thank you.
Okay. Karim has a question. How and what programs can be supported for bent legs? Okay, I don't quite know what you mean by bent legs. Okay, now the need for surgery is going on, and how can I help my brother? Okay, so I think it's the bow legs where it's bent like this. Okay, this has to do with the bones. Okay, so the lower half of the leg from the knee to the ankle, this part is supposed to be straight. So as the bone density drops, what happens is it does not support the body vertically. So what happens is the stresses will actually cause the lower part to actually bend like this. If it's very, very bent, you will need a surgery because it's structural issues. Yeah. Okay. Unless it is a much earlier stage that you can actually strengthen the bones with bioenergetic vitalization and then therefore let it straighten on its own. But if it's too bent, you can't correct it quick enough with this. Yeah, because for bones to straighten, it's like teeth, if you have crooked teeth, you can straighten, but to straighten your crooked teeth, you have to wear the retainer for 2-3 years. That's the time it takes for the teeth to actually move. Bones also. I mean, bones are dynamic and it can move, but for it to actually shift 2-3 years, so cannot be that's too slow. Okay, so so therefore work on that. And lumbar spine, disc bulge, lumbar. Okay, so if it's displacement you have to go and see a osteopath, okay, chiropractor and all that to straighten if it's structural issues. But if it is the energy, you know, the qi, right, that is not flowing properly, meaning that if the root chakra or the sacral chakra is blocked, so the energy cannot flow straight, it actually take a path like that. So over time, after a long time, it can actually cause the spine to actually get dislodged. Okay, if it's the bulge because of the fluid or because of bone spurs, those type may require surgery because it has been too long. So it is better to refer to an osteopath, chiropractor, or bone specialist to get your x-ray and see exactly what is the issue there. Okay, but you can meanwhile support. Okay, you can use the chakra to support. You can use the organ meridian. You can use the bladder meridian. Okay, and then joints, bones, to help to harmonize that particular area. Okay. Nita's question is, can we take painkillers when we get joint pains while using the Healy app? Yes, yes, of course. Okay, yeah. But when you take the painkiller, when you use the joint program, you do not know which is the one that is giving you the effect. Okay, yeah. So, but
What do
it's
we
possible to have both at the same time is okay.
what do we do for shoulder pain and bicep muscle pain? It suddenly increased
Shoulder
ever since
pain,
shoulder pain. Yes.
okay, shoulder pain, muscle pain. All right. If
Yes.
it's muscle pain, under fitness, muscle harmony, and deep
Mm,
relaxation around here,
mm, mm,
shoulder pain, you have to see whether it's bone or joint. You can treat it as a joint over here,
mm,
and then
mm,
you use all the joint programs. The other one is the meridians around here. Okay, here
mm,
on top is the gallbladder meridian. Yeah.
mm,
And then over here, this is the lung meridian. Okay, then you have
mm,
the pericardium. Then you
mm,
have the heart. And then at the back is the triple warmer and small intestine, large
mm,
intestine. Yeah.
mm.
So meridians around here, you can actually do the unblocking. Treat it as a joint. So use all the joint programs around here.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Thank you,
Uh,
Nita.
thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Vimala's question is, do we have gut healing on Healy? If there is, which program reduce high eosinophil and inflammation? Eosinophil is actually one of your white blood cells. Okay, so you can do programs related to blood, immune system, defense, bioenergetic harmony defense. You can, under high wave cell, is the cell in integrity. I think just now there was one at the bottom corner there. I can't remember what was that. So yeah, so that one is for your immune system. You can use MagHealy Earth program, which is anti-inflammation. Spirits also, okay, for all kinds of pain. And then you can do your gastrointestinal. Then you can do friendly flora. You can get the good bacteria to actually help you for anti-inflammation. Then your high, eosinophil, all that is, yeah, which is actually your defense mechanism. So you can actually balance your defense mechanism. Okay, yeah, you're welcome, Uma. Then, yeah, so all those weight loss that's related to fat loss, go and view the old programs. So you can go to my YouTube channel, or you can go to Healy World. I think it was there. I think I saw it there as well. Okay. Okay, if your blue app analysis is a healthy percentage, 40 to 60, then you just do it as a maintenance, 38 seconds, 7 times, 27 minutes. So just a regular maintenance, that's okay. Okay, then ADHD. Okay, ADHD, you should refer to the last one. I just finished one of the session on brain. Okay, I talk about mind wave learning program. So ADHD, you should refer back to that one. And the next one, when I talk about sleep, okay, the sleep will also help in the brain function. So you go back to watch the previous one on the brain, and then make sure that you attend the next one on sleep for ADHD. Okay, yeah. So Himalata, yeah, high wave, when you use it, there is no tingling sensation. Yeah, so it's fine. As long as the white light is blinking or is stable, so the white light will indicate to you whether or not you are receiving, whether it's functioning. In Watch DN, pericardium comes on top. Watch DN doesn't have pericardium. Watch Meridian as pericardium. All right, 67% means what? The pericardium is actually here in the central axis, from here all the way to here. So either stress, that means it's a temporary, momentary stress that you have. So because pericardium, cardium is the heart. Pericardium is referring to that protective membrane around the heart. So usually the pericardium here face the stress first before the heart. Okay, so that's one. That means it's telling you that you are facing stress. The other one is along the hand here. Is there any discomfort, pain from the shoulder to here to all your fingers and all that? Yeah, so that's the pericardium. Okay, no pain, that means it's stress. Okay, no pain, that means it's just the stress that you're going through. Yeah. All right. Okay, last two, we come back to Nitya very quickly. Yeah. Are you there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm here only, Christi.
Ah,
So thank you for giving me the second chance. Just two questions I have. So
too
one
many
is,
questions. Yeah, sorry.
sorry.
Okay.
So one is you were saying about the percentage in the pink app and the blue app, right? So I'm little confused. So is it that like what I understood was if the percentage is high in the pink app, then the severity is higher. If the percentage is little low, like before, below 20 or 30, then the severity is not that much, right? So if we run the highest percentage program, that would be enough, right? In the pink app, I'm asking.
Okay, no. The pink app, the percentage in the pink app over here. All
Yeah.
right. This one shows you, if you're using electrode, it shows you the intensity of the
No,
current.
no, no. I'm not talking about the intensity percentage. When we do the analysis in the blue
That's a
app,
blue app. That's the
ah,
blue app.
okay,
Okay. So in the blue app, you will get all the percentages. Okay. It's always about balance. So from 0 to 100% is about the balance. So 50, of course, is the most balanced state, harmonized. We call it either
okay.
harmonized or balanced. So
Mm-hmm.
plus minus 10. Yeah. 40 to 60. Okay. That is considered to be a good range. All right.
Okay,
Healthy range. Too high means currently you're facing the issue. It will go to 60% or higher. The higher the percentage, the more severe the symptoms you're facing. So you're correct there. Okay or not?
okay,
From my observation, the lower the number is also not that good, because certain people, they tax their body a lot. So when you tax your body, the percentage can actually go down to 30 or 20.
What
Okay,
is it, Christy? Text you're saying? What is it?
taxing, when you tax TAX, when it's too taxing on your body, or your battery is low, your cellular battery is low. I see a lot of elderly. When I scan the elderly person, they have 20%, 30%, a lot. And then it's like a lot of them are in their 20s and 30s. Okay. And they are facing a lot of issue, meaning that these are actually chronic. It's underlying. Okay. It's in the background, but it has not become like obvious to you. You see or not? So when it reaches 60%, it's obvious to you, the discomfort is there. But before it becomes obvious, we sometimes overuse, overstretch our body. Yeah. So it can go to 30%, 20%. So you still need to do your maintenance to support. So don't ignore that. Okay. You try to observe your own 20s. Okay. For mine, it's very obvious for sleep. Okay. I find that because every night I will do the sleep analyze, put 9 hours, and then I go to bed. When I sleep well, the percentage will be in the 40s. Okay. And there are people that I do every day, the percentage never come down. It's always in the 40 something and 50s. Okay or not? So they are healthy. No matter where you do, is at the balanced state. Okay. It's not that you do a lot, then it drops, drop to very low. So I notice for myself that when I have good sleep, my percentage is within the 40, 50. Okay. If it drops to 2%, that whole night actually I couldn't sleep. Yeah. But what it's showing me is that outwardly it may seem okay, but actually we are withdrawing too much. We are taxing the body too much. But it has not shown itself as an insomnia. Okay, some days you can sleep, some days you cannot sleep. But those days that I cannot sleep, it may become a 12%, or you can drop like that. Yeah. So based on that, then I realized that actually low percentage need not be good. It could be that it is not an acute thing yet, but it is, below the water, undercurrent, that we tax or stress our body so much. Yeah, until one day it cannot take it anymore, it goes to 60%, 70%. Okay, so
I get it.
don't ignore if your list shows 10% or 20%, 30%, or is single digit. Okay, last one.
Sure, Christy.
That's all?
So, how it
Ah.
would like a person who has a fibroid of 9 centimeter? So, how we can help them with Healy? Like, will we be able to completely disappear the fibroid or the reduce the size? Should we really go for the surgery? What is your recommendation in that?
Okay, in
Fibroid of
Malaysia,
9 centimeter.
okay, this one is not my personal encounter, but in Malaysia, somebody has shared that she also has a fibroid that is due for surgery. So she happened to also use the Healy. She was just starting out, and that was her condition, and she thought she wants to use the Healy to see whether it helped before her surgery. And like everybody, when you start, you use Gold Cycle Pure. So all she did was just using Gold Cycle Pure every day. And when she go for the checkup, she found that it's no longer there. So that's how the fibroids actually improve from there. All right. And then another friend of hers had the same problem, and she told her to do the same thing every day. Pure. And that friend also have the same results. Okay. But I do not know whether everybody will have that kind of result. It is worth a try. Okay. And then if you have MagHealy, in MagHealy, that is women care, which is for the womb, and then you have the ovary. So you can also use this as well. So if it is not an urgent surgery, that means if the person is not like in bad shape, in pain, and can still wait, you can do it over a month or so, and then see whether there is any response, whether it's shrinking and all that. Yeah. So, but if they are bleeding quite bad, or if they have very bad cramps and all that, so yeah, so they may have to consider surgery if there is no response that is quick enough. Yeah.
I get
So
it.
they have to make that judgment. Okay.
Thank you so much, Christi.
All right.
Thank
You're
you so
most
much.
welcome. Okay. Elsie asks, for person who just conceived, okay, during the first trimester, before the pregnancy is actually stabilized, we do not encourage the use of the frequency other than water. Okay, so MagHealy water is okay. All right, so that is the only program that they should actually be using during the first trimester. Okay, yeah. If really have to, emotions, do the emotions because of all the throwing up and all that. You can do emotions using the Blue app. Okay, but don't go and meddle because there is a lot of changes during the first trimester, a lot of hormonal changes, and the body is responding to all the changes. So if you use the Blue app to scan, it will detect a lot of disturbances. So you do not want to use programs to actually bring it down, okay? Because the hormone is supposed to go up. Certain hormones, estrogen, progesterone, is supposed to go higher than that of a normal body. So you do not want the Healy to actually go and bring it down because it's meant to maintain pregnancy. So during the first trimester, before the pregnancy is stable, don't meddle with using Healy, MagHealy, coil, and all that. Don't. Okay, just use water. Okay, water is the safest. Atmosphere, yes, because it is not direct. Okay, you can use the atmosphere. So water you can use like cell nutrition transport. Okay, yeah. Mental, there's one mental clarity. If they feel nausea, unpleasant sensation, nausea, so they can drink the water to make them feel better. Okay, yeah. All right, last one, Mr. Tapan, because I have to stop 8 o'clock. They need to use
Yes, I'm sorry to come back again. I
the
want to
Zoom.
know, you are coming back on 11th September with the program.
11
You said
September will be sleep. Yeah, I'm talking about the sleep. Yeah,
about
you want
sleep. That's
what do
very
you want to
important
ask?
for me. I am
Yes.
facing problem because I am having a lot of urination in the night and not getting proper sleep. So I'm very
Okay.
eagerly waiting for it. I will be eagerly
All right.
waiting for your program on that day. And
Okay.
thank you
All right.
very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So you don't have any more questions? No more? Okay. All right. So thank you everybody who stayed back for the Q&A. All right. So bye-bye. Lots of love. See you again next week. All right. Bye-bye. Take care.